Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV preparation video for Dawntrail. Today we are going to be farming our cordials for gatherers. These are going to regenerate our GP for 300 and 350 if these are high quality, and high cordials for 400 GP. Now there's many ways you guys can get these, but the most definite best way to do that is through white scrips with gatherers. Now, if you're like me, who does crystal farming, aether sand farming, and material farming, you know that these suckers go like candy. So you always need a crap ton to replace. Luckily for us, white scrips is needed for high cordials. Now for botanist and miner, you have one that can be farmed at any time of day. You only get 20 for the highest, 7 for the mid, and 3 for the lowest, but everything else, as you can see here, are higher because they are timed nodes, going up to 42 for the highest. Now, here's the thing with Fisher, is that because you're doing spearfishing, the Authorian ones right here at level 83, you just need 2 at the lowest to get 1 high cordial with 20 white scrips. If you're lucky to get the highest, which is 30, again, you will need 2 to get at least 2. Or 3, because 30 and 30 is 60, and you get 3 out of 60, so if you get lucky with these ones right here, which is do spearfishing, you guys can get a crap ton of your high cordials without really trying. Okay, and these ones here are going to be the medium-sized fish out in Authard, which is going to be in the exile area. Because when you catch them, they'll let you know exactly what size of fish they are, so it's going to be a medium silhouette. And obviously you're going to want to make sure that you have your collector's glove on so you don't get them, because I tend to do that a lot of times and I realize it when it's too late. Alright, I'll show you guys the rotation for botanist and miner. But if you come to the scrip exchange, subcategory, music, furnishings, miscellaneous, you see 20 white scrips for 1 high cordial. I honestly thought that was with purple scrips, but apparently I was wrong. So go into the gather log, go into the collectibles tab to find these ones here. Anything below 90 is going to be white scrips. So this is going to be 12 to 4 a.m. and p.m. So we're going to head over to Labyrinthos right here, and I'll show you guys the rotation that you're going to be using regardless of what level you're at. Also remember the relic main hand tool, as long as you have the collector's intuition by 20% buff on your tool, that's all you need. It does not matter what part of the relic, as long as you have that special ability, you will be doing this the most efficient way possible. Alright, so here we are at the node. Now you need at least 900 GP for the most efficient way, but at least 600 GP for the minimum. Alright, so we're going to go to number 85. So you do scrutiny and collector's focus. With the tool, you get 100% intuition rate. So this is going to give us 500 collectability. Now there's a 25% chance of meticulous saving your gathering attempt, which we did not get. So it takes 2 swings to get 1,000 out of 1,000. And now we have 4 gathering attempts. So then use your last 300 to do Solid Reason, or Ageless Words for Botanist. And if you get a Eureka Moment proc, which is 50-50, Wise to the World will get back another gathering attempt. And now you get max of 6. With the 600 GP rotation, you're not using Solid Reason or Ageless Words. And then you ultimately go to the next node in the line and continue doing that. Alright, so here we are in the Ruby Sea. Here's Tamamizu, and here's the exile area. Now remember to make sure that you have your collector's glove on. Can't tell you how many times I made that mistake and I ended up getting like 10 fish before I realized. And you're going to be using Nature's Bounty to catch large fish to guarantee that you get your max collectability. Now we're looking for a medium silhouette fish, and I think it's going to be a pretty fast one. Now the bad thing about spearfishing is sometimes you might not get any, you might just get 1, or if you're lucky enough you might get 4 to 5 and 6. It all depends. And if you see that one glow, that means that's going to be a large by automatic. There's one. So it took a while. Oh, there's two. And they both got large, even though I didn't have Nature's Bounty. But yeah, that is where you guys are going to find these suckers. So this is the greatest way of doing it because there's no time limit. You can do this whenever you like, and it doesn't really cost you that much GP. But that is how you guys catch those fish for your white scrips. Alright, so now let's turn in what we have. So these are going to give me 30 because we're above 424. So there's 30 white scrips. And then we're going to switch over to minor, and then we're going to pass these in, and we're going to get 36 times 6. And there you go. Now up to 820 white scrips. Now the other way, which is going to be weekly, is through custom deliveries. You get 12 allowances per week, resets every Tuesday, and there always will be somebody with a bonus. So Margaret here has one for Botanist and Minor, and you get 270 white scrips for the max collectability of 600. So you don't really have to go all the way to 1,000 to get the maximum, and the default is always be 180. So Margaret is going to be 1, and for me, Monago has Botanist and Minor, so I'll be able to get 270 from her as well. So the rotation is going to be different, like I said, because you only need 600 collectability. So let's go to where those nodes are, and I'll show you guys what to do. Alright, so here we are in Elpis, and we need these Researcher Relaxation Kit materials. Alright, so we're just going to do Collector's Focus, Scour, Collector's Focus, Scour, and we got ourselves the 600. So now we do Solid Reason, Eureka Moment, grab our 4, or at least 3, and then do Solid Reason again, and then collect the last 2. Alright, so that gave me 5. So then we're just going to do this. Scour, Scour, and probably one more if you don't get the procs. And then collect our 1. And that's all we need. Alright, so basically you can just do that to get your 600 collectability. Alright, so let's head back to Margaret to pass these in. So here we are in Labyrinthos, near the Charlene Hamlet. If you need help unlocking all the custom delivery clients, I have a playlist. So Margaret, talk to her, and then pass these in. And since you get purple as well from these, you guys can get some materia, but even though those are grade 10, you might not really need them. Also, you get Gil, so you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. And last one. Awesome. So now we have 2,440 white scrips. So now what we can do is go ahead and grab some. So it takes 1,980 to get 99. And there you go. So now I am stuck with 219 high cordials. So that is going to be one of the best ways to get your high cordials. Now for the normal cordials, there's a couple of ways that you guys can get these. Bicolored gemstones, Grand Company, and even Island Sanctuary. So let's head over to the Ilmeg area, and I'll show you guys where to find the gemstone trader. So here in Ilmeg, and I don't know if there's going to be all the gemstone traders in Norvrant, but across from the Aetheryte, next to the Mailman Moogle, you'll find the gemstone fairy. Now I don't know if you need rank 3, which is 66 fates, but the cordials would be right here above the dark matter and materia. Now it's going to be 4 bicolored gemstones per cordial, so basically 3 per fate, since you get 12 in Shadowbringers, and then 14 in Endwalker. But I would say save your bicolored gemstones for the next expansion, just in case they reuse them. Best way to do this is the Elpis with a white mage or summoner, basically holy spam and a size when available to basically murder everything in sight. So now let's head over to our Grand Company. So here we are at my Grand Company. Talk to the Quartermaster. You need Chief Sergeant rank to get the cordials. So in the second rank section, you'll find them right here under the material. 500 Grand Company seals per cordial, and the fastest way to get those is through the Eyes of the Creator. Alright, in order to unlock Alexander, talk to Slowfix in Idleshire to get that started. You have to go through the Fist of the Father all the way through the Burden of the Sun to get to the Eyes of the Creator. I can do it within a minute 25 with my Samurai. So next we'll head over to Foundation to show you guys the vendor to pass in those tokens. So in Foundation, right across from the Aetheryte, talk to this lady right here. Pick your job. Go to Prototype Alexandrian. And then here you'll have your tokens. You always will get, I believe, 2 accessories per run and a headpiece. I believe it's 1 body piece and leg piece every 4 runs, and I think a foot piece and a hand piece every 2 runs. So you always will be having more bolts than anything else. So then you'll be grabbing all this every single time, and then running back to your Grand Company, back and forth ad nauseum to get all your Grand Company seals. Alright, so here we are on my Island Sanctuary, which is unlocked after you've completed the main story quest of Endwalker of 6.0, and then talk to one of the NPCs in Old Charlane. So talk to the Cowrie Exchange, Seafarer, material and items, and you need 60 blue cowries to get 1 high cordial. If you're doing the other one, which is green, you need 150 for 1 high cordial. So the export NPC over here to pass in the green items, which you can gather on yourself at any time. Rare materials, which is going to be through your granary, where your mammoths can get rare materials. Go for 25 blue calories. Produce, depending on the item, will give you 4, 5, or 6. And leavings from your animals will always give you 12. Never pass in these items unless you have a surplus of them, because you're going to be using them for handicrafts, which is going to be over here with your workshop mammoth. Now this is done automatically through them, and the best way to itemize this is go to the Oversea Casual Discord, and they'll tell you exactly what to do. But that's usually on people who are max rank. And what they give is depending on the popularity and the supply, which is always changing every single week. Now the granary NPC is going to be over here, and you'll pay them blue calories to get your materials for you. But this is where you also will find those rare materials as well. Now for your animal leavings and your crops, they're going to be over here. You must feed your animals in order for them to drop both their rare and common material. Each animal will have their own. Then they have their different mood. And of course, the higher the food, the better that they stay fed. And also their mood will change to the maximum, the better the food is. And your mammoth can do this for 200 altogether for 20 animals. So if I go into my inventory, you have fleece, claw, fur, feather, egg, carapace, fang, horn, and milk. And here's all the produce that you guys can grow as well. Some seeds can be gathered, but other ones must be purchased with blue calories for 2 each. This takes about 2 days real time in order to grow fully, and your mammoths can do this for 100 for the max. And they'll water everything for you. If you want to do it yourself, then you're going to be doing sowing the seeds, then watering the seeds. If you want to kill off the seeds, you can do cull, and you're going to be doing gathering if you're going to be collecting your own animal leavings. And also gathering if you want to gather on your island. So in the summit here is where you're going to be gathering your materials if you're going to be doing material farming for green calories. This is unlocked at level 10 when you unlock flying. Yes, you have to unlock flying in order to gather at the summit, unfortunately. But there's other island parts that you guys can gather your materials for green calories. So I'll head up to the top and I'll show you guys exactly what to do. So here we are at the summit. So you want to start here. This one gave me 2 items. This one will give me 2 items. And you basically are going to go around in a circle. They will regenerate after you hit a certain amount. That one gave me 3. And then when you get enough to basically cap out on materials, go export them for the green calories. This is probably the best way to get your achievement for 30,000 items gathered. And yes, only 1 counts as the achievement, not the materials that you get from it. So this is what you basically do to get your green calories if you get level 10. Now I believe down here is where you'll do, if you do not have flying, for the second best way of doing it. Alright, so I'll get down there and I'll show you guys what to do. Alright, so here is the other section I was talking about. Obviously you're going to have certain tools available in order to do this. So the sugarcane will give you sugarcane and vines, and then you'll follow this route. Now if you're leveling up, it's 10 experience per item gathered. This is very grindy, but it's definitely a good time waster. Alright, so after that side is done, get on your mount and then hop to the other side. And then after these are done, the other side should respawn. There it is. So this is an alternative if you do not have level 10. Another way you guys can get your cordials is through the Gatherer Beast Tribe or Tribe Quest with the Omicrons, if you can withstand the music. But some of these will give you cordials, some of them may not. Okay, but if you have the Omicrons unlocked, do this every single day. And I think the other ones from Shadowbringers and beyond do also give you cordials, but I'm going to double check with the key current back in Shadowbringers to make sure that's true. And one more thing before I forget, ocean fishing. This is unlocked after you've done your first fisher quest, and it can be done at level 1. But you must be at a certain level to have scrips unlocked. So the schedule is going to change based on daylight savings. So since it is here, East Coast, it's going to be an even hours. Central, Mountain, and Pacific time will be different, obviously. But just check the schedule to see what times there are. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. The Ruby route can only be unlocked after unlocking Stormblood, so keep that in mind. And for white scripts, it's just basically point based. But if you do manage to get in ocean fishing these green ones, or if you're doing spectral, the blue ones, you get purple scripts. But just gathering these fish here will give you white based on your score. So I just want to point that out, that make sure you do your ocean fishing boat every single time if you don't want to go around gathering with Botanist or Miner. So the key current will give you cordials. Like I said, you only get 3 per day for each tribe. And I checked with the gemstone trader here and Ratika Greatwood, and they also give you the cordials. So any Shadowbringers area will give them to you. And the last way of getting cordials, you have watered in Alchemist, but it's not worth it. Book number 1, which you need to get, will give you cordials. If you make these high quality, you get 350. Apricots, Trillium, and Rosemary are from the Unspurled nodes and the Rumberborn. Alloy is common, you can get any time, and Filtered Water is through your Grand Company. You must craft or buy off the market board the 2-star Delta Concentrate Growth Formula. Alright, if you want to make it, Lime Sulfur from Grand Company, Rock Salt, Gatherable Quicksilver, Craftwood Cinnabar, and Trillium Bulb as gatherable as well. Just check your gather log. But that's how you guys will get the Mastery Book number 1. And just go to Talon in Mordona. Right there. Right across from the Summoner Bell. And he'll give you your book. But that is all the ways you guys can get cordials and high cordials for Dawntrail preparations for gatherers. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have fun! And that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a Patreon supporter, YouTube member, or support me on Ko-Fi. Links in the description down below. And a huge thank you to all my YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and Ko-Fi members. And a huge extra thank you to the members on screen. So until next time, may you walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. Take care.